Play is the name we give to children's inborn wish to explore their world.
It's what children do when they are choosing, they're actively engaged, and they're doing what they're doing for their own reasons and in their own way.
It's something that's innate in children. They have a need and desire to play.
They're kind of exploring uncertainty. They're taking themselves beyond what they know and understand and into what they're curious about and want to find out about. You know, one of the ways that children learn all sorts of things is through making mistakes. And if children never make mistakes, they don't get that feedback. They don't have that experience that they can build on. In essence, I think children need space and time throughout their lives when they can play, and they need adults around them who have an understanding about the value and kind of what's lying behind their play.
It's how they learn, it's how they develop new ideas, new skills, and they use them in this safe environment.
So what play is from the very earliest stages is that real-life interaction, and it happens naturally. There is a drive to learn in every tiny baby, and what we've got to do is nurture that drive rather than shut it down.
We know that there's lots of different types of play which are very important for children's development. You know, you have the active play, and that develops all their gross motor, all the big movements, so the running, the climbing, negotiating space and obstacles. They have exploratory play that develops their fine motor skills and their sensory integration. It develops their eye-hand coordination, the ability to be able to finish a puzzle and hold a pencil for writing. The basic play skill that children need for language is called representational play and then imaginative pretend play. This is when babies, 1-year-olds, will be holding up an empty cup to pretend to take a drink, or they'll hold something up to their ear and pretend to talk. And you usually find that this play coincides with the emergence of first words. There's a very strong link between play and language.
So for example, turn taking in play, so rolling the ball, dad rolls the ball, baby rolls the ball, dad rolls the ball, baby rolls the ball. My turn, your turn, putting shapes in a shapes order, my turn, your turn. All that turn taking will eventually turn into taking turns in conversation.
Children need to develop very good play skills in order to develop good imagination, to develop good language, to then be able to use this language in their speaking, but also in their writing as well.
Children's social development, learning to get along with the other kids, learning how to make up if anything goes wrong, choosing what they want to do, finding out whether it works, learning to deal with triumph and disaster. Almost everything that we become as human beings has got its roots in play.
Children like to test themselves. They like to, take risks, to seek out physical challenges. That's a valuable learning process.
The big thing is to make sure that children get lots of opportunities to play out with other children using their imagination. If that doesn't happen, you may very well have repercussions later in terms of that they will cease to have the will to explore and the will to learn.
The basic role of play is equipping children for what life might throw at them.
And what adults can add to that is the things that human brains crave in the early years. Songs, music, stories, lots of them.
Two big eyes. What is it? A bear!
If those happen, your chances of the child growing up to be bright, balanced and a responsible and productive citizen are much, much greater.